What's up, everybody? COGconnected at E3 2017. My name is Rory. I'm hanging out with executive editor Shawn here. We both just had the opportunity to play Quantic Dream's new Detroit Become Human demo.
Oh my God.
Holy shit, right?
Right?
Shawn, why don't you dive into it and let the people know what you thought about it?
All right, I mean, we all know that this is pretty much one of the PS4's most anticipated games. We were introduced to it 2 years ago, Project Kara, and everyone was like, what is this game?
Yeah.
And now here we are 2 years later. We still haven't heard a lot. We haven't heard a lot in the media about it. They've kept it really quiet, but we were allowed to get our hands on it. And if you're a Heavy Rain fan, if that was something you enjoyed, you are going to absolutely love this game. In 10 minutes, I fell in love with this game.
Yeah, it's incredible. I played Fahrenheit, also known as Indigo Prophecy, and then Heavy Rain after that.
Yeah.
And then Beyond Two Souls, I never completed because it wasn't catching me the way Heavy Rain did. I thought it was a little bit. The storytelling wasn't quite.
It lost me as well.
But Heavy Rain was one of my favorite PS3 experiences, and the takeaway from Detroit Become Human was that they say it's an amalgamation of all their games, but it really does feel like Heavy Rain. The tone of it, the way you're walking through the scenes, the detective aspect of it. And I think my favorite part of it was just how cinematic this new engine allows it to be.
And did you get the same feeling as I did that your decisions truly matter? Like the amount of impact that your decisions make in that, like in the moment, they matter, and you can really, it can all go to shit in a hurry.
It really did. What was smart about it is that there's a real-time display, right? As you're like picking up your clues and deconstructing the crime scene, and it gives you a probability rate of like your success rate. Like if you approach the suspect at this point in time, what is your probability of actually successfully completing the mission? So you got a lot of tells, and it's just really interesting. I think one of my favorite aspects of it was the deconstruction and reconstruction of a scene and finding the clues. Shawn, why don't you share a little bit of what you thought about that?
Well, yeah, I mean, to put things in perspective for people who obviously didn't get a chance to play it, a lot of you probably saw the demo from the rooftop hostage situation, and that's what we were doing. So we were tasked with going through the apartment building, figuring out what happened to make sure that when we went outside to deal with this deviant android, that we were able to save this little girl from being thrown off the side of a building. So yeah, the reconstruction parts, you basically, it was very intuitive, and you inched your way through a scenario to figure out exactly what piece of the puzzle, what part of the crime that this contributed to. And the more you did, you had to make sure that you caught just enough of the right things to increase your probability, because if you go out there unprepared, that little girl's gonna die.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I had the hair on my arms standing up, I had goosebumps, and I actually moved to the edge of the seat. I felt very tense in that final moment.
Totally. I felt bad for whoever was behind me in line because I left that controller like super palm sweaty, man. I had to get a little wipe down afterwards. But yeah, just, you know what I think really heightens that feeling is the fact that, like, the acting has always been pretty solid. I mean, Beyond had Ellen Page, obviously, and doing some great work. But, like, Heavy Rain, Jason! You know, there was a few moments in that game where the acting kind of betrays the drama that they were trying to do. It's so good.
It was so fitting, and super high level. I mean, you're not going to get, at least from what we saw, any of that campy, cheesy sort of line delivery where you go like, it's not working for me. It's very cinematic.
Everything
like
felt really authentic and dramatic, and like you say, by the end, when I was on that rooftop, the hairs were standing up a little bit on my arms, and
Did you
I was
succeed?
in the moment. I succeeded, but I also killed my character.
Your character?
I was playing as a detective, and in my playthrough, I basically sacrificed myself and went off the building, but I
Holy shit!
But I saved the girl, and it was a successful mission. So like Heavy Rain...
Okay, well, hold up, though.
Yep.
In my playthrough, I had to get myself to the point where I swore to this deviant android that he would be okay, and in my head, I knew he wouldn't. And as soon as he let that little girl go, as soon as he let go of her, I said to myself, they're gonna kill him anyway, and I promised, and I felt bad. My character walked away from that situation, saving the day, but that android who, you know, obviously we know that they're developing feelings, they're almost becoming alive, and I felt bad. Because he had a very good reason. I don't want to give too much away,
no spoilers.
But he had a very good reason to be upset.
Totally. There's sympathy for the villain in this
Absolutely.
particular scene, and I always play the sympathy route generally.
Me too.
And take that side of the conversation route, and that's our differences. And I asked the guy, because I didn't see what you did, and I asked him, okay, that was a success, but I kind of sacrificed myself, and I went off that building.
That's insane.
And it was wonderful. And I asked him, okay, so yeah, that's a success, but are there other successful outcomes where, you know, my character doesn't die here? He said,
but that shows you how diverse it can be.
Yeah, it really does. It just felt really solid, polished, and just to wrap up my thoughts on it, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it really was.
As a fan of Heavy Rain, it was a 20-minute demo, but it looks phenomenal. It plays pretty good. It's all very intuitive, very simple inputs. You're not messing around with a whole bunch of buttons.
Yeah.
And everything's a little context sensitive, but I just loved the tone and the atmosphere and the immersion of it, and there isn't a lot of games like it, right? Quantic Dream are kind of in a world of their own with their storytelling and gaming, and I really think they've got a big hit on their hands, especially if you're a fan of Heavy Rain. But
and just so everybody at home knows, we're recording this before we've walked into the Sony presser. We don't know if they're maybe going to drop any information. So as of now, we don't know when it's coming out.
Nope.
We don't know when we're going to be able to get our hands on it any further. But the small taste that we've already had is telling us that you're going to want more. You guys are definitely going to be excited for this game.
Yeah, it's going to be a day one for me.
Yeah.
Regardless of what the end up critical reception is, because I just loved what I played and I like the work that these guys do. But anything to wrap it up, Shawn? Thoughts on it?
No, man, get excited. Get excited. If you are a fan of, obviously Heavy Rain or games with heavy narrative, with strong decision making, you cannot go wrong. And 10 minutes, that's all it took.
Absolutely.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Totally. So everybody, for more on E3 2017, make sure you subscribe to COGconnected. And for all things video games,
well, COGconnected.
There you go. COGconnected.com, YouTube, all that fun stuff.
All of them.
Later, guys.